Hello everyone. So everyone is struggling with finding a job in Dubai and UAE, generally in GCC region, right? Everyone want to come here, almost tax-free countries, a lavish lifestyle, but yet it is being extremely hard to find a job. Okay, some people start asking like, what's wrong with the market, right? There's nothing wrong with the UAE market except that the dynamics are different than other job markets in the world. So in this video, I would love to spot the light here on what makes UAE market different than other markets and why it's so competitive and hard to find a job here. Let's start with number one. Why is it hard to find a job in UAE? What makes the market different? Number one, professionals to business ratio difference. So we have this small market. Let's focus on UAE here. Okay, we have this small market with number of 10 businesses. Okay, and all these businesses have a limited number of opportunities, while we have 10,000 job seekers who want to fit themselves into these companies. So the ratio is extremely high. UAE is very small, right? Especially Dubai, right? When you focus on Dubai the most and Abu Dhabi, where most of the business happen. And we have everyone who want to work there. So you can imagine the ratio and why it's so competitive. Number two, high worldwide interest in UAE market. Everyone in the world want to live that lavish lifestyle where they can have a Porsche, where they can live like almost a tax-free lifestyle on the beach and everything, and all the media that covers a lot about the UAE market and how living in UAE is. So we have everyone in the world who want to come to UAE. So you can imagine the competitiveness here. The third thing is the UAE is very transient market. What does that mean? People come to UAE as a checkpoint in their life and their career, right? People want to come here for spending like a year, 2, maybe 3, or maybe more, depending, then leave. Because eventually there's like 0.0001 chance that you might get a citizenship, the UAE citizenship. So it's quite obvious that you'll always be an expat and you are so prone to leave this country whenever you lost a job or something. 4, small recruitment agencies and high competition among them. So unlike other markets, you have recruitment agencies who will take care of the full life cycle of the recruitment process, and they will take care of that for companies. Here, they are not quite active, and those who are active are so small. They're not like the big names. You've heard like McKinsey, I've heard about Hayes and all these, but you don't see their presence much when it comes to recruitment. Ask most of your friends and you might realize that they got a job through a referral or someone who helped them in a way or another, or maybe they applied personally on LinkedIn and they got a job directly with that company. Number 5, who you know. Remember this, who you know. And we have a term here called wasta. Some of you probably heard it, some of you not. Wasta is someone who would help you get things done because you are close or he trusts you or you know him. Okay? Many people think like, why wasta? Why who you know? Well, let's talk about business. Let's talk about business. This is a business market, okay? It's not a recruitment market. It's not an employees market or professional market. It is a business market. You have to follow what business are doing. They run the business here. Businesses are running the business, okay? So it's not about what you know. It's about who you know in this market. Okay, so wasta is something common. It's a cultural thing, by the way. It's our Middle Eastern culture that we prefer dealing with people we know, we trust to get things done. We are good in communications, and we're trying to we always like build everything in our relationship on communications. So this is a common factor in this region. Whether you like it or not, you need to build and establish your network. Okay. So number 6, we have nationality bias. It's illegal in UAE that you would hire a specific nationality or point out that we're looking for a specific nationality. Okay, it's not allowed here. But unfortunately, there are not strict regulations in the companies that would say like, hey, that department should not have only one nationality, unfortunately. And this is what you see here. that you can go to X company, you can go to a department and find them all full of one nationality. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. But where's the diversity, right? That everyone's talking about. Even the company itself that talks about diversity somewhere else in the UK or USA, you will not find it here, okay? Because, well, there are reasons that makes this culture bias work in favor to these companies at some point. Because, you know, if we're having the whole department, let's say that's X nationality, or Japanese, let's say, there's a quite chance that these guys will work perfectly together. Unfortunately, you are killing creativity here. So, this is another thing. 7, nationalization. This is not supposed to be a problem for anyone, right? As an expat, this should not be a problem for you. Every nationality, every country has its own to prefer its citizens, right? Right. The challenge is that when these citizens are now accessing the private sector, I'm not saying it's a problem, it's becoming more competitive for expats to find a job in private sector, because now there are rules in the UAE that would allow even more, like added the quota for more Emiratis to work in the private sector. So there's a chance that they will give a priority to Emiratis to work specific roles than expats. Number 8, some nationalities are more suitable for some jobs. For example, as I said earlier, like Arabs, Middle Easterns, we prefer communications and we are good at that when it comes to dealing with each other. So you'll find when it comes to some companies and some industries that they prefer Arabs, Lebanese, Egyptians, Jordanians to work in some sales departments to deal with Arab nationalities, Arab business owners. So you can take that consideration. Another example here, like when it comes to IT and technical stuff, right? You'll find mostly Asians dominating that market because they do that pretty well. Then finally, it's a bit sensitive, but it's a fact, okay? We have visa, political, and traveling issues. Now, it might be becoming competitive to some nationalities even to work in the UAE because of UN sanctions. United Nations sanctions at some point on some countries make it so hard for these people to move easily in the GCC, in Dubai, in UAE. Not in UAE specifically, but when this guy has to work in a job, a regional job, it will be so hard for this person to travel. So they not prefer hiring a person from an X nationality, for example. Bear in mind that there might be some political issues. You know, the Middle East is a very hot region, right? Politically hot. And there will be, at a moment, there might be a clash with another country where they will block visas on some nationalities that you cannot make them hard for them to move and renew their visa. So it'd be hard for this guy to get hired. Unfortunately, it happens every now and then, but I hope that I have pointed out these challenges of what makes UAE markets so competitive. Okay, I have nothing negative about UAE. It's like my home. I've lived here more than any other country in the world through my entire life, and there might be more challenges in the market that I didn't highlight. If there are any, please put them down in the comment section. If you are an expert professional, okay, who would love to make a difference or like a change in their career, not sure how to present themselves properly in the market without diminishing their value, without looking salesy or pushy, I would love to have a conversation with you, and for this for free, by the way. I would love to have a call with you to understand the challenges for you as an expert to find a better opportunity in UAE or in GCC countries. I'm specialized in this region, and I would love to have a conversation with you. So please check out probably gonna find it in the comment section or in the bio section here, a link to book an appointment. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you believe that people need to learn more about this, please share this video and please subscribe to my channel. If you have any more questions, please reach out to me directly. Haytham Salman, your career coach. Until then, see ya. Bye bye.